Maybe this is better.
Yeah.
It's always the light. I've got a shiny head. I can't do much about it. Hang on one sec. All right, that might be better.
There we go.
Is that better? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And your head is not shiny at the minute.
And it's not shiny anymore.
It looks quite matte.
Yeah. I've gone for the matte look. Yeah.
Okay, so hello everybody. It's Carla here from Cancard. Welcome to this episode of Cancast. I'm here with the lovely Massimo, who is a Cancard patient and who's recently been stopped by the police. So we're here just to talk about how and why Massimo uses cannabis, what happened when he was stopped, and just generally have a chit chat about the situation and see if some of his advice and support could help other people. So firstly, hello Massimo, it's lovely to meet you. It's been
thank you very much for having me.
We've been back and forth a little bit, but we finally managed to get each other. It's brilliant.
Both busy.
Both very
happy to be here.
Very busy. Okay, so my first question, I think, would just be, why do you consume cannabis? How do you find that it helps you?
Yeah, so I used to be a rugby player, so I've had quite a few tackles in my past. So I ended up having a back operation around 9 years ago.
Okay.
Managed to walk out of the hospital after 3 days, absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. And then 3 years ago, had a fall and got taken to hospital because I couldn't feel my legs. And basically I had something called cauda equina syndrome, which is where the nerves at the base of your spine get damaged. So there was some discs that had erupted into that spinal area. So usually they kind of operate within 48 hours. They sent me home twice in 2 weeks. So prolonged waiting for my operation didn't help. But cut a long story short, now I've got permanent nerve damage all down my right leg. So my right leg is, the only way I can describe it is if you've got a dead leg, it's like that constantly. So you can imagine how that grates on you a bit. So it's been a real to and fro with the pain clinic about getting the right medication for me. I work full time. I don't want to be monged out. I've got family as well. Last thing I want to do is, I'm on Oromorph and all that sort of stuff, and which I still take at the moment when it's bad. But for me, the biggest thing was the sleeping. With a full-time job, I just couldn't sleep. It's like, if you can imagine having that feeling in your leg and foot constantly. I was getting 2 hours sleep and then having to work full day. So the only thing that did help me was consuming cannabis. That was the only thing that kind of stopped all the tension in my body because of the nerve pains. And I found that just helped me without having to take all these extra tablets they wanted to give me, which I really didn't want to do. I'm only taking them out of need, because I'm that desperate about it. But yeah, cannabis has really helped me. I used to smoke it years ago when I was younger and kind of like grew out of the whole thing, as you do. And then someone said to me, well, it was my partner said to me, why don't you try it for your pain? I never really thought about it. And I haven't looked back since. So yeah, I've found it a whole life-changing experience over the last year, just to be able to be able to sleep and function really, and to be able to cut down half of the medications as well.
Wow. So it's real quality of life then for you, isn't it?
100%. If you can't sleep, there's not a lot else you can do really, is there? So yeah. Got my anxiety up, my depression was up. There were so many whole factors that were revolving around the sleep, and all they kept doing was trying to push more tablets on me. And I was like, this has to stop at some point. So it's been a life-changing experience for me to be able to use it.
You've cut back on half of your medication.
Yeah, but nearly 3/4 of it, to be fair. Yeah, so I'm positive. Amazing. Yeah, and it's made me feel so much better as well. I'm not feeling anxious anymore. I'm not. With all the side effects of all the different medications, it was crazy. You take one tablet to do one thing, and then the side effects, you'd have to take another tablet for that as well.
Yeah.
So so it's been fantastic.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
And do you have what are your go-to strains for people that might have similar condition?
So I to be honest with you, I went through the whole medical side of things. So I applied for it medically, went down that route, and it was crazy the prices they were charging. It just wasn't feasible. Where I can get it just around the corner for a lot cheaper. So at the moment, I'm finding Stardog's really helping me. But I have got on order some white runts, which I'm looking forward to try because apparently that's meant to be really good as well.
So, I've heard the same.
Yeah.
I have had one runt cross, but I've not had white runt. So is that a white rhino? I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not. They
White
call it so many
widow,
different names now.
maybe crossed with runt. Yeah, absolutely.
When I was younger, it was literally just a few
Yeah.
strains. I'm a lot older now, as you can imagine. So yeah, when I heard all these names, I was like, I just want something to smoke, mate. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I've learned a lot, and I'm doing a lot of cooking with it now as well.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. So my dad had a restaurant for 45 years, so I actually was a chef. So I've started experimenting with canna butter and things like that, and I'm actually in the process of I'm going to start writing a recipe book about it. So yeah,
for you, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Please keep us posted with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Please keep us posted.
100%.
We'd love to promote that and share that.
So I've been trying different things. So I made some rosemary and garlic, like little biscuit things, like cracker things. They were really nice. And obviously you can gauge how much you want in it. So I've been testing it to see, how much to put in it to make it worthwhile. And I'm enjoying it. It's good.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, my ambition is to stop smoking altogether because I smoke it at the moment. So I'm going to start making the oils, but the butter at the moment is a good go-to as well because you can put it in anything.
Have you tried vapes at all? Dry herb vapes?
I've never tried them. No, I have been advised them, but I'll give anything a go. But everything I'm doing at the moment seems to be working, so I'm going to stick to that for now and see how it goes from there.
Good for you. I'm excited about this recipe.
Thank you.
So what? Tell us about what happened when you were stopped by the police.
Yeah, you know what it's like. I'm 6'4", bald, tattoos. I might look a bit smart now, but that's not always the case. As you can imagine what it's like. I smelt a bit. I got stopped. They asked me what I had on me, so I took out what I had on me, and they were being a bit funny about it. I was on my crutches as well, to be honest with you. And then as soon as I mentioned Cancard, they sort of like stuck back and, "Oh, you a member of that?" And I was, "Oh, you've heard of that? Well, thank God, that's even better." So yeah, we just started having a really good chat about it, and he was saying it's a really good thing that you guys are promoting, and I mean, it saved me. He gave me my stuff back. He said, as long as you're not using it in public, I don't really mind, which I wasn't anyway. So yeah, I thought it was just a really positive experience, and I mean, I'm in Northamptonshire, so the Northamptonshire police, they definitely know exactly what it is, and they were happy to have a chat about it, and they were saying how they've come across a few people with them. So it looks like it's becoming more prevalent, which is great for the cause. Yeah,
absolutely amazing. So you managed to keep hold of what the medicine that you had on you, which is absolutely like so. I don't tend to count, or we don't tend to count it as a positive stop unless the patient keeps the medicine. That's something I'm really, really keen to make sure that we continue to do, because some people they often get stopped on their way from picking up a month's worth of medicine, and for some people that's like all of their money that they've got,
of course, for
that month. Everything else goes on food and bills, and that's something that I was really concerned about managing that. So it's brilliant to hear that you managed to keep that.
It was a really positive experience, and they were as soon as I mentioned the card, their whole demeanour changed, which made me feel at ease, because I can't really run away on my crutches, let's be honest. They definitely would have caught me. It was really good, really positive experience, and can't thank you guys enough for what you do. Brilliant.
Oh, you're so welcome. So do you feel a bit safer when you're having to take it out of the house now? You're feeling a bit safer carrying it?
Yeah, so what I normally do, like I said, I'm trying to get out of smoking it, because then it will alleviate that whole trepidation of taking it out. But now I'm not worried about it, to be totally honest with you, because if anyone's going to catch me, it's going to be the local police again, and I've already spoken to them about it. But I don't tend to take large amounts out with me. I do either pre-rolls, or I've got a pouch that I take it in. So it just happened to be that day I just literally picked up. So it was just bad timing, I think, because it's never happened before. Well, not in the last 20 years.
How much did you have on you, just out of interest?
I just had a quarter.
Right.
I just had a quarter on me. Which I'd literally just picked up. And the only reason I picked up, it was some new stuff that I wanted to try. So I didn't want to get a large amount of it, just in case it wasn't any good. So
absolutely.
You'll be pleased to know it was lovely. So I got more of that. But
that's great.
It's been good. Great. Yeah.
And have you got any advice about anybody who's worried about being stopped, who might not have been stopped yet? Or
I think you just be open and honest. I mean, I think that I know it's difficult with police sometimes, and they do have a bad rap. I've got quite a few friends that are police, and we often argue about certain things. But I think if you're open and honest, and mentioning the Cancard for me definitely helped me straight away. So that was the first thing I said. I was calm. I wasn't angry. I wasn't standoffish or anything like that. I think maybe your attitude might make a difference. but yeah, I think once I started speaking, people don't expect me to speak the way I do because of the way I look. So once I started speaking, I think it was taken aback a bit. Oh, right, okay. But yeah, I just mentioned the card, and I said, have you heard of it? And then yeah, it opened up avenues, and he had, so it was good.
Amazing.
So yeah, I think if we just be calm and try not to get angry about it. I know it's a bit of a crappy situation, but
yeah, it really is.
They've got to do their job at the same time, and it's the law at the moment. I've seen Sadiq Khan's trying to change that in London. I don't know how positive that's going to be, but fingers crossed it will start changing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for taking time out. He's just finished work and he's jumped straight on the call with me. So thanks so much, Massimo, for doing that. And I'm really excited. We want to hear more about this recipe.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you up to date. I'm in the process of writing a few recipes, a couple of Italian dishes, things like that. Because not everyone likes the flavour, do they? So it's about masking the flavour with things like rosemary and garlic and different types of herbs and things. So yeah, looking forward to trying out some recipes.
Amazing.
On my own tester as well, which is the best thing in the world. So.
There we go. We've got a plug before it's even come out, Massimo.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Massimo. Take care.
Pleasure talking to you. No worries.